Yes. Welcome to another great episode of the Ashish and Friends podcast. As always, I'm your host, Ashish, and you can catch me on Twitter and on Instagram at AshishAri. Of course, I'm joined by my longtime friends and co-hosts. We've got Dev at Superlaser, we've got Shahan at Shehan Jayaraja, and we've got Ryan in the house. And you know what? With Christmas right around the corner, we're going to talk about the thing that's most important during the holiday season, and that is holiday music. Yeah, not. We're not talking about Christmas out here and gifts and shit. We're talking about holiday music, the best thing of all time, something I look forward to every single year. And there's like a bajillion options we could go to, right? Like there's Christmas songs about everything, about falling in love, heartbreak, gifts, Rudolph. I mean, any single thing, there's probably a Christmas song about it. And I'm excited to see where this goes. We're going to do 4 rounds. What are you guys' thoughts on this? I'm going to get the randomizer ready.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit cooler on holiday music than Ashish here. I wouldn't call it the greatest thing ever. In fact, I would consider it one of my least favorite things about Christmas, considering that it just gets so overplayed. So I like holiday music. It's good in its doses, but I have 2 major complaints with it. One, it's just played way too much, and 2, they play it way too early. Like, please, I don't want to hear a single Christmas song before Thanksgiving. Like, that's my personal rule, and I wish that more places would stick to it. But I'm excited for the draft. Obviously, there's a lot of really catchy songs. A lot of these songs are so earwormy, and I do love that.
I like Christmas music. I just realized how many covers of all these different Christmas classics we know there are. And that's the thing I enjoy the most, is hearing the new covers of classic Christmas songs and hearing the interpretations on them. But I have my unique pairings of Christmas songs. You have to wait and find out.
Once again, I'm gonna have to disagree. I think that hearing another cover of the same song I've heard is one of the things I look forward to the least.
That's actually something I can agree on, Dev. There's some of these classics that I really, really love, and then I hear some of this new music, a cover of it. I'm just like, what the shit is this? Especially when you're in the store like shopping for Christmas, you're just like, way to ruin this song for me. But Shahan, what are your thoughts on holiday music?
I mean, I am also more than anything curious how this draft is going to go, considering that it's, 2 Hindus and a Baha'i person versus a Christian over here. I'm the one who, and so I'm curious. I feel like because of that, I do think that I'm probably going to err like a little more like hymn based maybe, or like church music based. I'm just curious. I don't really know what direction anybody's gonna go here.
Are you telling me you're not taking Punjabi MC's Christmas song?
I haven't heard it. I would happily take it if I knew it.
I don't think he has one.
Dev wouldn't even know that, but yeah, he definitely doesn't. Otherwise, I'd be cranking that 24/7, Dev. All right.
I love Punjabi MC's song "Beware of the Newborn Boy," of course.
Yeah, all right, let's get this party started. There's so many songs. I'm very excited about this draft. We've got the order ready. At number 4, it's your boy Shahan picking.
What? Oh my gosh, that's bad. That's bad news.
At number 3, you've got me. At number 2, we've got Dev picking, which means, Ryan, you get the number 1 pick. What is your number 1 holiday music song? Ryan, you get the choice.
Honestly, I did not want the number 1 pick on this draft because I see where everybody else was going, and I feel like one of these is gonna get taken before it comes back to me, even though there's so many Christmas songs. But I had this number 1, and I'm also taking number 1. It's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight." It's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." It's just a classic. It's a classic to me. It's one that just reminds me of, that wintry day with the snow coming down in front of your fireplace at home, open up your present with your family. It just has that classic feel, that heartwarming feel. And so I had to take it number 1. And also, that's
all
super
those snowy
game.
days in Dallas, Texas.
That's what
all
I'm
those
saying.
Snowy, wintry days that we get.
What snowy days are you talking about here, Ryan? Like, this is like one winter of our lifetime.
Yes, that winter. Don't you remember?
In our lifetime, it has snowed on Christmas once in Dallas. Like,
And that's the one we value the most.
Well, Ryan, you just took a 4th-round pick of mine, so great job, buddy.
Well, now that that clear number one pick is off the board, um, I think I'm going to, I talked about how Christmas is all about that earworminess, right? And to me, the most earwormy song of all is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I hate this song, but I cannot get it out of my head. Every time it comes on, this thing gets stuck in my head, and I don't know why, and I hate the song for it. But I'm gonna pick it because of that.
This is going
Rudolph
very
the
different than I
Red-Nosed
expected.
Reindeer. Oh my god! Like, what is that? It's so darn catchy, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
This is not going the way I expected. I'll be honest with you.
I don't think anyone listening was expecting this in the first round. This is actually wild, beyond my imagination.
super
Dev,
wild.
real quick, do you know the name of the other reindeer? Real quick, aren't they mentioned in the song?
Yeah, there's like Donner and Dasher and Blitzen. I think that's as far as I can get though.
Okay.
But I feel like, how many are there total? Is there 10 total?
12?
I don't know.
7? I don't know.
7? I don't know. At least I got 4 there, so we're doing okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh man.
I really like the reasoning on this pick because I hate it so much. I'm picking it. I think that is the most sound reasoning.
Exactly. Christmas music to me is all about that love-hate relationship, okay? And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a song that like will just come into my mind and just never leaves it after it does. Yeah, like I have moments in April where that song comes into my head and I'm like, oh my god, please get this stupid song out of my head. And that's how you know it's an earwormy song.
It's actually a pretty decent song. That's definitely probably undraftable for me. But I mean, the reason I hate that song is because stupid claymation movie always playing during the holiday time with Rudolph on there. I'm just like, I don't need to watch this shit. But yo, shout out to Rudolph, man. Without him, Santa ain't delivering shit. All right. So Rudolph, you the MVP out here. Good pick. I'm getting my number 1 pick here with the number 3 overall pick. I'm gonna have to take Mariah Carey's.
Yeah. Oh man, I expected that
Christmas
to be
It's
number 1.
the most annoying song of all time to me.
Yo, it is such a jam. Like honestly, I thought about flipping. I thought it'd be gone by now, but it's just the classic jam. You feel good. You don't even need Christmas presents. All you want is that other person with you. And I'm like, yo, I feel that. I love that song. And yeah, I think it's a fantastic pick.
See, I just can't relate. I never have anyone I want with me, so.
Well, the reason I didn't choose that song is because it's way too hard to sing, and I wanted to sing my first pick. So I just could not choose a Mariah Carey song for that reason. But having said that, every time I hear that song, it reminds me of Capel High School because Bihan and the staff did a performance, did a choreographed dancing performance to All I Want for Christmas Is You. Watch it, probably still on YouTube, circa like 2008.
I think I'm good just having Mariah Carey in my head singing that. I don't think I need to see Brad Hunt doing that for me, but appreciate that, Ryan. That was disturbing. But all right, well, Shahan, you've got 2 back-to-back picks here. What do you think?
Yeah, that was a weird first round. I don't know what's going on here. Oh boy. This is hard because I feel like I didn't learn anything from what you guys did in the first round in terms of.
Oh, don't worry. I've got wilder picks coming up.
Oh,
just
boy.
you wait.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I wanted Mariah with that 1 pick. I don't even think it's a question of whether you like the song or not. Like, it just is the number 1 song.
Yeah,
like,
it's the most iconic Christmas song, right?
Right. Like, it just is. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so let's see. I will go with my number 1 pick. This is hard because I'm trying to think whether I want to pick like what my actual favorite songs are, but I feel like I more need to go for value here. Okay, I'm gonna go with "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas." I think that's a pretty solid. See, to me, that's the one that describes everything that what Ryan said. Like that's the one that you hear it and you're like, oh shit, it's Christmas now. It's like actually Christmas now. Again, it's a classic song. It's not like. Again, this is not a high upside song. This is a very high floor song. This is one that it's easy to sing. All the versions of it are good. All the versions of it are pretty straightforward. And I think that there are several different versions that are quality picks. So I think it's a very safe first pick.
I think it's one of those songs you hear and you know Christmas is here, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's like, okay, I heard this song. I know what time it is. It's not very annoying. It's not very grating, right? It's just
Right.
you know.
Bing Crosby killed the shit. I
Yeah,
love
no,
his version of
that's the
it.
iconic one. That's
Yeah,
the iconic.
Frank Sinatra has a version. It's just a really nice song. When you're talking about like actually Christmas music right there, I think that is like right up there for me. I really love this pick. It's a good song.
Now I
I
gotta
like
make
that.
another pick. Boys, go on,
Oh,
Ryan.
I like that pick too. I think we're still dreaming of a white Christmas. From Have Yourself a Little Merry Christmas to White Christmas, we're still thinking of it. But it's more relevant to Shahan because he has ties to Chicago.
No, but like, see, we're all dreaming here, right?
Yeah,
Dreaming.
we're
We're
dreaming.
all dreaming. We don't
It's
get
not gonna
snow
happen.
during
Right.
Christmas, so
Yeah.
that's why we're dreaming about it.
Okay, so I guess I'm up again. Yeah, I really don't know what to. Man, I just feel like this is one of those situations where again it's like, what am I valuing on this board? Am I valuing, because this song was very much a song where it's like, okay, this is like to me the beginning of Christmas is when you hear that song, right? Like you put that on, you put it on in the background, and so like, would this one go with like what I feel like is a fun song? I mean, I think I'll go with the fun song because the first one was obviously very like serene, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go specifically with the Jackson 5 version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I think that is the best version of the song. Little Michael kills it in that song. I mean, I think that nobody has done it better. I don't think anybody's ever matched it. Again, I think that with my first pick, I very much went with like a tone setting song, and number two, I'm going with like a high energy, like let's do Christmas song.
Yeah, that's like a Christmas banger, right?
Yeah.
The notes that Little Mike hits, it is so good. It is definitely up there as one of the best songs. Not even Christmas songs, just like getting that Little Mike voice in there. That is like some of the best music you could ever hear. It's a great pick.
You're choosing Jackson 5. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, that was like the other pick that I was thinking about with that first pick because it's just so good, you know.
Yeah, I think that it's like I think that it has sort of the iconic nature of All I Want for Christmas Is You, and I think that it has like the catchiness, like even to the point of being annoying, like you said with Rudolph, but like it's way less annoying and it's a way better song. So I think all things considered, I'm pretty happy with my top two so far.
Nice. Well, it goes back to me, and I saw my number 2 pick on the board. I'm very excited. You know, there's like 3 in contention here. I feel like one's going to drop back to me, especially since Shahan's not picking before me again. But for my number 2 pick, I'm going to go with Last Christmas. Yo, we've got some happy stuff with Mariah Carey. We also got the sad Christmas song, which is a banger by Wham. All right. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. Awesome song. I love George Michael, man. I love Wham. That is a great pick for me. It's just I have a lot of sentimental value with that song because yeah, like Dev, you know, a lot of the times I'm singing on Christmas too, right? But then also I love 80s music, so like that's right up my alley. So I'm happy with that pick.
I've never heard that song, but that rendition was beautiful, Ashish.
Yeah, so I didn't know the name of that song, but when you sang it, I was like, yeah, I've definitely heard this song. It's a good song. So
They made a whole movie based off of it last year, starring Emilia Clarke. They did.
All right.
I think Ariana has a cover version, if I'm not mistaken. It's
she
really
does. She has one on her Christmas album. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but yeah, just a really good song. George Michael, one of the greatest. He actually passed away like on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day a couple years ago. So R.I.P. to him. But yeah, happy here. It goes back to Dev. Where are we headed, buddy?
So I'm gonna go crazy with my 3rd and 4th pick, but I figured I would get this one because I know that Ryan and Ashish and Shahan, you guys all have a little bit of a taste for the classics. So I'm gonna go with an ambiance setting song, like Shahan mentioned. I'm gonna go "Let It Snow," and I want the Frank Sinatra version. It's just Frank kills this version to me. Like when I think of "Let It Snow," this is the version that I want to hear. It's just so good, and Frank just has that voice for that ambiance setting. Yeah, when I hear "Let It Snow," it just I just want some hot chocolate. I just want to sit on the porch around the fire drinking hot chocolate.
Dude, yes. When I said there's like, a couple in contention, that's my number 3 on my board. I love that song. I love Frank Sinatra's version. It is just such a classic jam, and it's such a good feeling. And I really love that song. Love the pick, Dev. That was a solid pick.
Oh my gosh, my second pick made it back to me. I'm so happy. I thought someone was going to take it before. My second pick is Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Oh,
Feliz Navidad. Porque año felicidad.
I
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I just love that song. That song is like the all-time catchiest, most fun, most happy song ever, and probably the only song that has Spanish in it, the Christmas related that you may know. And I have that on my board. I am a vast, diverse selection of songs on my board, and I'm happy that fell to me.
and all of them are not good. Every single one that's on here. I just
Every single one of the 2.
I have no. I mean, all the ones on his board. I haven't even seen the rest of his board. I just know. Like every single draft, man. You just drop something where it's like, where did that even come from? And
That is a
Feliz
classic
Navidad was
Christmas
on my
song.
board, Ryan.
To be fair, it was on my board, but it was like a 4th round pick, right? Like
Like that both of you fourth round picks.
it's a change up of what you usually hear, but like also there's like a bajillion other better songs I think for Christmas. But you do you, Ryan. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say there. Also, Deb was talking about going crazy in rounds 3 and 4. I thought you started going crazy in round 1, but at least you made it up with your second pick. But this, I can't defend.
No, wait till you see my next 2 picks. You think my first pick was crazy?
You got your third pick right here, Ryan. Go ahead.
This is tough. I got some songs on here. I have one later on that is unique. That I got another one by Bing Crosby that I was going to select third, but okay. Oh,
You gotta at least hit us with the drop.
This isn't life or death situation here. Just choose a song, you'll be fine.
This song has just become my favorite over the past couple of years, and I think it's very catchy, but has a nice lyrical rhythm and a nice melody. So I'm gonna take this over the Bing Crosby one just because I like it. It's Mary Did You Know, and specifically the Pentatonics version. That song, I don't know what about it, but there's some like sentimentality of it, but the melody of it is just Mary, did you know that your baby boy? Well, I don't know, it has that, but then also has like the traditional version, which I'm sure. So I just heard that one, and Wayne Brady's on The View, which is pretty good. But I love the melody of that song. That's why it gravitated me to pick that on the third pick. And
Yeah,
that was Ashish's 5th round pick. So
yeah. No, I mean, the Pentatonics version definitely is like, I don't know, it just hits something different. I don't know even exactly like how to describe it, but it is definitely, I mean, that is definitely the best version of the song.
Yeah, the Pentatonics actually drop like a Christmas album every single year now. Like I looked through
Like
their
twice
disc
a month, man.
Yeah, it's just like that's all they do now. But it's great, right? Like their versions are fantastic. And yeah, I guess that's a good pick there, Ryan. That's all you got to say about that. Dev, you're back up.
you didn't
All
say
right,
was it your 4th round or 5th round pick for you? Was that one on your board?
No, on my board.
Dang.
Yeah, so to be honest, I don't even know what song you're talking about. So maybe I'll have to educate myself after
I
this.
just sang it.
But yeah, that didn't like ring any bells for me. So I was thinking, and I was like, man, I really don't like Christmas music very much. But you know what I do like? Kanye West. So here we go. We're gonna take "Christmas in Harlem" by Kanye West. We're gonna we get 2 versions of the song that are unique, right? They have the same name, but they're completely different songs minus the hook. So you get two extra versions. It's like 10 minutes of music with 1 pick. Get that value in there, and you also get multiple holidays, right? Like Big Sean mentions, he's celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa in there. So you get 3 holidays in one with this pick.
Totally true. Is that Tiana on the chorus? Because that is so good.
Taylor on the hook.
That
Yeah,
is
she
so good.
kills it. So.
She does. Yeah, I mean, really pushing the boundaries of Christmas music here. But
wait till you see my 4th pick.
No, it's a good song. You got any main lyrics out here that pop out to you besides the Big Sean one? Because I feel like Kanye always has some great Christmas lines.
like Kanye impersonating Santa is like a really funny verse, right? I really do like Sci High's verse where he talks about just like the snow falling on his shades as he's at the Macy Days parade. I like
Yeah.
that line. It's just a good song, and you get like Jim Jones in there. You get Killer Cam. Like it's a fun song, you know.
True, true. It's a good, if you haven't peeped it, Good Friday. Oh, that music's fantastic. Check it out. But yeah, good pick.
Hey, that's Christmas in this name, so
It has,
It has to be allowed.
It's this that is like undoubtedly a Christmas song, right?
Actually,
Like,
yeah. So each rapper has to mention something about Christmas time, and so yeah, it's definitely allowed. All right, well, that puts me back on board. Yo, so I still have my number 4 pick here, and I'm gonna have to take it here. It's "Wonderful Christmas Time" by the great Paul McCartney. Yo, this song is fantastic. Yo, he makes so much money from this one song alone. You know why? He made it all by himself. He sang, he made all the instruments, put it all together himself. He makes like hundreds of thousands every holiday time. It's a wonderful Christmas time. It's a great song.
it's great when an artist can make a song all by themselves. That's talent. When you can fill up a room and sell platinum on a song that the instrumentation's yourself, the vocals yourself, the lyrics yourself. That's talent.
Exactly. Getting the 100% of the royalty every holiday, fantastic. Hey, he's simply having a wonderful Christmas time. What can I say? Well, Sean, you got your picks 3 and 4 here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a little bit of a different direction with this third pick. I'm gonna go "Carol of the Bells."
No. I knew he was going to take it. That was the one I knew you were going to take.
yeah, you probably should have taken you know what, Ryan? If you had taken that with your first pick, probably would have been better draft strategy.
Definitely better than your second pick for sure. But
Yeah. So obviously this is a completely different song. This isn't like a hymn. This isn't like a choral song. This is just like one of those. Again, it's a little bit of like a vibe thing too, and there's different versions of it. Obviously, there's there's sort of the classic version, which is very like all the bells and stuff like that. And then there's what's the group called again that does the
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They have like the more intense rock version of it, right? So you get a little bit of both. If you pick this song, again, my first 2 songs were very much ones that you kind of sing along to, and "Carol of the Bells" is very much like it's a vibe song. It's more of a playing in the background, maybe during a party or something like that song. So I think it's a solid pick.
I think it was a very solid pick. You took my pick. I love that song. In fact, when I had MySpace, you could put the song on your MySpace. That was my song on my MySpace for a very long period of time. Because I really like that song, especially Trans-Siberian, where like the rock and it starts off and then goes in that rock. Oh my gosh. And I knew you were going to take it because you took John Williams and the music artist. I'm like, he knows his like orchestral arrangements. And I knew you were going to take it. And I said that before this draft. And lo and behold, you took it.
So you probably should have taken it then, Ryan. If John was going to take it.
You probably should have told me to take it because I only really thought about it right now.
So now the real story of this is that Shahan now owns Ryan's MySpace page, right? Like Ryan, I'm sorry. Any content posted on the MySpace page now belongs to Shahan with this pick.
No, but great pick. Trans-Siberian Orchestra version gets me lit every single year. All right, that stuff is just, oh my god, so amazing. And then I just realized that John Williams did the one for Home Alone. I was like, that is awesome. I was thinking about taking that pick next, actually, just to be like, I got John Williams. But no, fantastic pick for sure.
So I'm going to finish with this. This was one that I was always thinking about taking. So at my church, whenever we go to like the Christmas service, at the end of the service every year, they actually, once everything's kind of done and it's sort of like the processional when we're going out, they hand out candles to everybody in the audience or whatever, in the congregation. That's the word I'm looking for. There's more formal words obviously for religious services, and they turn off all the lights, light all the candles, and they sing Silent Night on the way out. So that's going to be my pick, Silent Night. Again, it's another one that's more of like the choral sort of like church song, which again, I didn't know whether you guys were going to go in that kind of direction in the first place, obviously, but that's a song that whenever we go to church and go on Christmas, that's always one that we end with. So it's always one that has some meaning to me.
Matter of fact, Shahan, I was actually going to go in that direction and take that pick next. So now you took my backup to my backup pick, to my last pick.
Well, I look forward to seeing what your backup to your backup to your backup pick is.
So normally we praise Shahan's picks, right? We're like, wow, what are good picks. But if you're taking stuff from Ryan's board, then
I don't
know.
Pretty bad endorsement going on over here.
Listen, the only thing that I'll say for that is that a broken clock is right twice a day. We had two on the same board, and on top of that, in a similar way, we arrived at both of these picks, I'm sure, very different ways. Mine were very logical, and I am positive that Ryan's were completely nonsensical.
But the reason I like Silent Night is because Josh Groban does an amazing cover of it, and it's just a classic Christmas song. I mean,
like I said,
it's simple lyric, simple melody, beautiful. Josh Groban does great. Michael Bublé probably sings it. Frank Sinatra, I'm sure, has a cover. I mean, it's a great song.
Yeah, no, I think you did a great job on your draft. And Carol of the Bells, though, last year I went to the Fort Worth Symphony Orchestra, and they did a version, right? Like, so when you hear the orchestra versions of these songs, they are fantastic. I think you did a good job. Throws it back to me. I got 4 here that they're all in contention right here. I'm gonna have to go with this song. All right, we can talk about any Christmas song. There's a bajillion. There's only one the Christmas song, and that is sung by Nat King Cole, aka Swag King Cole, via Kanye West. But that song is fantastic. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I've never done that, but that reminds me of Christmas. I hear that line, I'm like, this is Christmas. This is Christmas music to me.
I like that line. It's iconic. That's what I always think of.
It is one of the most iconic. It is the Christmas song. All right, you can take any Christmas holiday song. Whoop do you fucking do? But like, this is the Christmas song. All right, so that's how important it is.
Is this kind of like? Is this kind of like where it's like Ohio State? You're just pretending it's more important because you got the D in front.
Yes, and no, but
University of
a Christmas song university.
Never heard that shit. But yeah, I think it's a great pick.
I think that it's a good song. I mean, look, I think that you overselling it is making me like the pick less because you picked it fourth, so obviously you didn't believe it that much.
Yeah, and if you would come out swinging with the pick and you Christmas song, then I would have been like, yo, props to you for bringing that swag.
Also, I don't know why. Bargavy hates this song. Like, absolutely hates. She just hates the line "chestnuts roasting on an open fire," and she's like, "Who would do that?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really even know what that means, to be perfectly honest. I just don't care enough to think about it. But I know that Bargavy would have gotten mad if I had taken that song. So I knew that and it's not one of my like most favorites anyway.
I have a question. You mentioned Kanye. Does he sing the song or do a rendition of it?
No. He gives a shout out to Nat King Cole on the song Cold. He's
Swag King Cole.
This song is fantastic. Like Ryan mentioned, it is like the iconic thing. It's not one of my favorites. I don't dance to it. I don't jam to it, but it's just like, this is a song I often listen to during the Christmas time. And I'm like, it's a good song. And gotta represent the black folk out here. Nat King Cole, one of the most legendary singers of all time, right? And I love him. I listen to his music all the time. So I had to take it.
Yeah, he's unforgettable. He's unforgettable.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. That's a good one. Usually I'd put crickets here. That's good. Dev, throwing it back to you. What do you got for us?
All right, I'm gonna go. Like I mentioned, I'm done with Christmas. I'm ready to go to Christmas adjacent. So I'm gonna pick Fourth Dimension by Kids See Ghosts. You got a Christmas song on the chorus, right? He's like, "What is Santa bringing?" And then you got 2 killer verses. Got a killer Kanye beat, classic Kanye taking a 1930s sample, and then you got amazing Kanye verse there. He's got that line to end the verse.
If I get locked up, I won't.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just laughing. Yeah, if I get locked up, I won't finish the sen.
Yep.
Bars.
straight bars there. You're right. Yeah, he took a classic Christmas song from back in the
classic,
olden days.
from way back in the day, 1920s, talking about Santa judging people for swinging, and he flipped it on its head and made a new banger. So we're gonna go with Fourth Dimension by Kids See Ghosts.
I've never heard of that song. I guess I've never been in that dimension. I'm in a different dimension, probably. I don't.
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah, really pushing the boundaries there, Dev. But hey, it is a classic jam. What a banger. Great last pick for sure. And Ryan,
Told you I was going wild with that last pick,
you definitely did go crazy. Ryan, you had the first pick, you have the last pick. Where are you going here, buddy? Where are you going?
Well, you leave me with so many options. I guess still got Jingle Bells. I got Frosty the Snowman. I got Deck the Halls. I got Do You Hear What I Hear? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna take. I don't. There's too many options. I guess I'm just gonna go back, which I originally planned to take, but I changed it with Mary Did You Know? I'm just gonna take that. And it's by Bing Crosby. I'll Be Home for Christmas. I think that is an iconic song you hear like end of movies. I think it was end of Plane, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy, the late and great John Candy. Great movie.
It is a great movie.
I did the song is the song to me represents all the hard work we do during the year, especially this year. Everything we're doing to help fight with the pandemic and the riots and everything, and just being able to come home, to our families and to have a job, just come home, have a family, have food, reflect and be thankful and gratitude. That's what it feels like, being able to come home, I'll be home for Christmas. And after everything that we go through, we can come home. And hopefully everybody can. That's what it reminds me of, and that's why I'm going to take it for the sentimental value.
At the end of the song, he's like, "If only in my dreams," which is one of the saddest things of all time. You hear that line, you're like, I'm very depressed. Because actually the song was written during World War II, right? So it's for the vets that were across that couldn't be home for Christmas, right? So it's the idea of like, yo, I'd love to be home, that'd be fantastic, but I can't, right? Like, if only in my dreams.
He's applying that same logic there to the pandemic, right? Like,
so you shouldn't
come. Yeah, if it's going to put your family at risk, please don't go home, right? Please don't put your family or your loved ones at risk. So yeah, Ryan out here giving us pandemic tips. Pandemic R out here.
Yeah, I'm thanking our troops that are fighting for us every day. Our troops in the hospitals that are fighting for us every day. All the service that everybody's putting forth in this pandemic just to make our country as strong as it can be. So thank you, and I hope one day everybody gets to go home.
Yeah, Josh Groban actually has a really good version of that. I'm surprised you didn't mention that. But yeah, really good song. It's definitely one of the best ones. And all right, so let's go around, mention your songs, mention any honorable mentions you may have. Dev, we'll start with you since you were just beyond crazy out here.
All right, so you know what? I got the most annoying Christmas song of all time to go with my feelings about Christmas music, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have, in my opinion, the most ambient Christmas song with Let It Snow by Frank Sinatra. And then I got two Kanye songs. So, like, I have more Kanye songs than anyone else on this board. Therefore, in my mind, I won. So, I got that. I have Christmas in Harlem by Kanye and Fourth Dimension by Kids See Ghosts, which is Kanye and Kid Cudi, obviously.
True. Any things you might have picked, Dev, that you didn't? I know you mentioned one pre-show.
Obviously, we talked about it before. I thought about doing it, but I wanted the extra Kanye song, to be honest. But Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel is a banger. That's better than any Christmas song, in my opinion. Song's a banger.
It is. I think you should have taken it. You would have won this draft. All right. Well, Shahan, what do you got?
Yeah, I've got White Christmas with my first pick. The first official sign that Christmas is here, usually when that song goes on. I've got the Jackson 5 specific version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The other versions are fine, but the Jackson 5 one is a certified banger. Speaking of certified bangers, I've got Carol of the Bells. Again, a lot of different ways that you can go with that. Like Ashish mentioned, I think that the orchestral, like straight up, like hearing it with the symphony, which I have heard before too, it's a good one. It's a real good one. And then finishing it out with Silent Night. A lot of different songs that I think that you could have included. I think nobody picked It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. That's also a classic one. I'm a big fan of Oh Holy Night. That's one that you also kind of go and like hear more than like sing along with per se. But you know, when you get somebody who's really good singing that song is a game changer. And maybe a little bit. Yes, I mean obviously Josh Groban is under that category. And then also "O Come All You Faithful." That's another strong one. I mean honestly, there's a lot of them. It's like I think that honestly, you almost need to categorize these into like pop songs versus like more churchy songs. And I think that I could have a strong top 4 for either of them. But I think I got a little bit of a mix here with these ones. I mean, again, you guys aren't church people. Like, of course, you guys don't have as much connection with the other ones. But I think I got a strong board overall here.
Nice work, Ryan. Talk to your board and any honorable mentions you may have.
So I picked "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," followed by "Feliz Navidad," which is the only song that was selected that has lyrics in Spanish. "I'll Be Home for Christmas," and "Mary, Did You Know?" And there was a lot of honorable mentions. I'm surprised Jingle Bells didn't get selected. I thought it would have at some point.
No.
"Joy to the World," and I like "Do You Hear What I Hear" as well. Those are some of the ones that come to my mind. And of course, any song that comes on a Josh Groban or Michael Bublé album, sign me up.
Well,
and you mentioned Jingle Bells, but Jingle Bell Rock is like way better than Jingle Bells. It's not close, right?
Not. That song
no, it is.
That song sucks. Oh my
the song's
gosh.
way better.
That song
I don't
lit.
think Jingle Bells is a good song. I don't think Jingle Bells is a good song, but Jingle Bell Rock sucks. It's a terrible song. And we also forgot to mention
me and you, Ashish, we're here. You know, Sean can be with Ryan.
Yeah,
like he's gonna be over here.
I feel that. I don't think they're horrible songs. Jingle Bells is like right up there with Rudolph for me, right? Like, you know, if I was gonna choose one, I'd probably take Jingle Bells. But Jingle Bell Rock, dude, that song is awesome. I love that song, dude.
Oh, that's garbage. This is a garbage song.
And a shout out to Frosty the Snowman, the song we played in our like every year in band during like the Christmas concert.
Yeah. So funny enough, right? I was debating with the first pick between Rudolph or Frosty, and before the podcast, I listened to see which one was more annoying, and Rudolph came out as the more annoying of the two, so I picked Rudolph.
Really? I think that Frosty's definitely more annoying. Like I think that there are versions of Rudolph that are less annoying. Like I think that maybe it has a wider variance. To me, like every version of Frosty sucks. Like I don't know. I just think that all of them suck. I am very glad, by the way, that that nobody took "Baby It's Cold Outside" or whatever. Terrible song, awful song, and also like you know,
pretty creepy.
Definitely not one that we should still be playing in the year of our Lord 2020.
Probably the anthem for holiday times this year. But yeah, no, this is a disgusting song. Let me go over mine real quick. First, I took "All I Want Is You" by Mariah Carey. What a banger. Then I got "Last Christmas" by Wham. Another banger. Great song. I love this song. Then I got "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney. Another, you know, old jam that I really enjoy. And then I took "The Christmas Song" by the great Nat King Cole. It's a pretty classic song to me. It's not one of my like highest favorites, but it just reminds me of Christmas. For honorable mentions, there's way too many that weren't drafted. "Blue Christmas" by Elvis Presley. I enjoy that one. "Winter Wonderland," Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga have a really good version of that song. "Sleigh Ride" by the Ronettes, who I actually discovered recently. That's a really, really good song. And I'd end with "Mele Kalikimaka." We've got Casey Musgraves that did a version, but the original, the one I listen to, is by Jimmy Buffett. And I love that song. It's how you say "Merry Christmas" in Hawaiian. So I vibe with that.
And you didn't mention it, so I'm going to hype up your draft board a little bit.
All right.
But when it comes to the Christmas draft, Ashish has Christmas in his song names more than any of us. So, you know, the clear winner here, he's got Christmas in 3 of his 4 songs, you know.
That is actually a really good point.
Wait. I have Christmas in 3 of my 4 songs, but one of it's in Spanish.
Yeah, that's... Nope. It has the Christmas. It has the last Christmas. You know,
you are so right, man. Dev, I love you so much. I love your draft, Dev. But okay, real quickly, the last one I was going to mention was the Nutcracker, right? I was going to take it, but I was like, people aren't really going to vibe with that. But I love Tchaikovsky, and I think it's a great jam. It's really iconic. But yeah, that does it for us. Let us know what your favorite Christmas songs are, or holiday songs, and who had the best draft. Let us know. Vote, please. And until next time, that wraps up this episode. Have a great one. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Stay safe. See ya.